Hey Amber, this is Jeff with Zucor Marketing. We're based in San Antonio, Texas. We do specialize exclusively in helping trade companies like roofing, painters, remodelers to get more customers through Google. We've actually helped over 100 companies just like yours to do exactly that. And in this video, I'm going to show you specifically what's holding your website back and what your top competitors doing differently that's allowing them to beat you right now. Let me start with a quick result from a recent client. We work with a roofing company in a similar market to yours. So when they came to us, they were getting roughly 4 calls a week from their website. And after we implemented the same changes I'm about to show you, they were actually getting 11 valid leads a week within 90 days. I'm sharing that because I want you to understand that what I'm about to show you isn't something theoretical. These are real changes that produce real results from companies exactly like yours. Now let's go ahead and take a look at your website. Well, to tell you honestly, compared to your top competitors, your website is average at best. I'm going to show you exactly why. Well, the gap isn't about on how your website looks, it's about on how Google sees it. Right now, Google doesn't see it the way it needs to in order to put you in front of customers who are actively searching for your services. There are three main areas where your website is falling short, so let's go ahead and go through each one of them. First one is the content. Google is looking for 1,500 words on a homepage, and the more relevant content you have, the more Google considers you an expert in your field, and the higher it's willing to rank you on Google. Let's go ahead and do a quick count just first to see how many words you have on your homepage. We currently have 545 words. That is significantly short of what Google wants to see. So by adding additional relevant content to your homepage, that will directly improve on how you rank on Google. Second one is what we call the keyword. So keywords are the exact words and phrases your customers type into Google when they're searching for businesses like yours. For example, someone in your market might type for roofing in Phoenix, Arizona into the search, and they'll Google actually scan your website looking for those exact phrases. And the more you use the right keyword throughout your content, the more Google considers you an expert relevant, or the more Google considers your website relevant for those searches, and the higher it's willing to rank you on Google. However, repeating the keywords too many times is called keyword stuffing, and Google will actually penalize you for it. So the goal here is strategic usage. Now let's go ahead and take a look at how Google displays search results. So when you do a search, you'll see three types of results. At the very top, we have our the sponsored results, which are paid ads. And below is what we call the map pack, which takes into account the distance of the business from the person doing the search. And being here is extremely valuable because this listings gets a lot of attentions and clicks. The results here are actually your complete Google business profile, including reviews, call button, updates, and many more. Not just links into your website. Below the map pack are the organic search results, which many people call the real results because they're not paid ads. And these are actually the website that Google considers most relevant based on the keywords being searched and the factors about the quality of your website. And this is your main competitors in the organic search results, and this is exactly who's taking away the customers from you right now. Let me show you what they're doing differently that you're not. Right off the bat, they do have a crystal clear call to action the moment you land on their homepage, and they also have enormous amount of keyword optimized content throughout their website. They have detailed service pages, regularly updated blogs, and tons of other great contents. And every one of these things actually tells Google that this is an important and a trustworthy website. And Google rewards them by putting them at the top of the search results. Third one is what we call the backlinks. So we're moving on with a professional tool we use that's called Ahrefs. And this is what most SEO specialists use to evaluate websites. I'm going to walk you through the numbers, starting off with DR. This is the level of trust that Google has in your website, and UR is the strength of your website. Backlinks are links from other websites pointing to yours, so you can think of them as recommendations or shoutouts from around the internet. And the more high quality backlinks you have, the more important Google considers your website, and the higher it's willing to rank you on Google. Let's go ahead and compare your numbers with your competitors. So with DR and UR, it shows that Google still considers your website a much more trustworthy, however, they have a stronger website. They also have more backlinks and more keywords, which gave them way more traffic within the last 30 days. And what this actually means is that Google currently trusts their website significantly more than yours, and that difference translates directly into them having or receiving more calls and leads from customers who search exactly for what you offer. Customers who never even saw your website because your competitor showed up first on the searches. So, to summarize what we found, your website needs better content and more keywords to meet Google's requirements. You also need significantly more high quality backlinks to close the trust gap between your website and your competitors. And each of this is actually flexible. None of them require building your website from scratch. They are specific, targeted improvements that will directly impact where you rank on Google, and thus how many new customers you get versus your competitors. Now, some of these changes are things you can begin working on with yourself, and this video has given you a clearer picture of exactly where to focus. But if you want to quickly and completely, beat your competitors, we can definitely help you out with it. Also, our founder, Samuel Turcott, is a marketing specialist who has worked with trade companies for over 25 years. He does a limited number of free 20-minute deep dive calls with business owners where he builds a specific action plan tailored to your website, your services, and your local market. And it's a genuine working session. It's not going to be a sales call. He'll tell you exactly what you should and in what order, and you can take that plan and do whatever you like with it. I'm also going to be following up with you in a couple of days, and if what you've seen in this video resonates with you, it's just worth 20 minutes of your time directly. So I really do appreciate your time. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.